Hey, welcome back, YouTube. I wanted to talk about from episode, I guess it's episode 3, right? One, two, three. Yeah, episode 3, episode 4. There and back again. Uh, this is they need I need some answers, you guys. I'm serious. I need some answers. Where does these things come from, man? How those things become the way they are. Were they people that lived there before and something came in that town and did something to them to make them that way, to have razor sharp teeth and they got razor sharp teeth and they got razor sharp, claws. And not to mention, yeah, I've been watching this thing and it's so weird because they seem to be toying with a lot of these people. I mean, toying with them. Because they got them so messed up, and they got them so upset with each other, and it's almost like they're trying to get them to turn on each other. But I'm just giving y'all the update on this. This show, a lot of people ought to put this on the radar. I know a lot of people's got all kinds of shows that they're watching. I mean, you got all kinds of different shows out there that are really good. So it's a lot of competition out there. But boy, I'm telling you, people ought to really try to give this, this thing a try. Because when I was watching that this past, it was a couple of days ago. I was like, now she came back to that. So, hear me out. So, they have to be close to Maine. Now, think about this. They have to be close to Maine. Because when she woke up in the hospital, she was in Maine. Okay? So, if she's in Maine, and then when she had another accident with Victor's father, they put her in the ambulance, and then when they was driving down the road, they came across a tree. So I said, this is in Maine. But they never tell you it's in Maine. But it told me now that that's in Maine, because if she woke up in the hospital in Maine, then when she got hurt again and they was in the ambulance, and they was transporting her to the hospital and Victor's dad, they were in Maine. So when they were in the ambulance went down this road and there was that tree. And the woman that you see in this picture here, she kept saying, no, it's happening again. So this opens up with her trying to tell them that they have to keep going to this town because it's going to get dark. And so you had one woman that was a cop, and then you had two paramedics. So when they was going to turn around, but she told them no because it was getting dark. I knew what was going to happen. But so when they go into town, Boyd sees them in the ambulance. He was shocked, like, what's the ambulance doing coming at that time of night? So then they stopped because somebody was laying out in the road. So obviously the two paramedics got out, and then when they got out, their guts got ripped out and their throat got slashed. I was like, these things got... And also, you ever notice that they have a knack of changing their face when they attack people? So I'm watching this and I'm saying to myself, okay, so them two guys died right off the rip. But then they handcuffed that woman to a thing, and then Victor's dad was still laying down, he was on a stretcher. So Boyd and them goes there, and then that one cocky dude, he helps. But then that woman gets chased, which is a woman cop. She gets chased up to the big house. And then she's shooting these things, and it ain't doing nothing. But the girl right here in this picture tried to warn her. But yet, they chase her all the way up to the big house where they're all separated. And they're all looking out the window and say, hey, I think there's a cop out there shooting people. And she's banging on the door telling them to let her in. But she accidentally shot that one girl, which I was kind of getting used to that chick. I was like, dang, man. And then again, what's up with that dude's wife, man, that's pregnant? Because if you notice, man, in the last episode when that woman was going to read tarot cards, that crow came in and just went through the window and killed itself and all that kind of stuff. So, I'm not lying, y'all. This show is just... I'm starting to think season 3 is more of a step up than season 2. And am I telling you that season 2 is bad? No, I'm not telling you season 2 is bad at all. I don't know, y'all. This season 3 is like it's not messing around. But what I will say is you better not get used to those people in here though, because if you get used to these people, they're gonna start getting killed. And it's just that I need answers, you guys. I need answers. And I know that's how this show is set up, man. They want to keep you going. They want to keep you intrigued. But I'm just trying to figure out, is this... And another thing, is this the only place in the country, in America, that's like that? Is there other places like that where those things are? And again, what are those things? Where do they come from? Who are they? Is there a spaceship running a test on these people or something like that? Because you ever think about this? They ain't vampires. Definitely not vampires. But I have to say to myself, man, why don't they light one of them up? You know what I mean by lighting them up, like setting one of them on fire. I bet you $5 they won't survive that. But that's too easy, I guess. Because I was like, man, if I had a flamethrower, I'd be stepping outside, man. I'd be like, yeah, y'all come out there now. I'd have a flame, but you're not gonna be prepared for anything like that if you was stumbling across that and you're driving across the country and then you get stuck in a town like that and everybody comes out and tries to tell you something and you'd be like, man, there is no way that's happening. Then when you get out and you see it, it blows your mind. But all I'm saying is that I'm trying to figure out why this is happening. What's the point? And even though I'm enjoying this show, I'm just like, and there's, I ain't gonna lie, there's some good writing. This is some superb writing. I mean, this is really some superb writing. I'm really glad that I stumbled across this. But, okay, so Boyd has a sidekick. The Asian guy's supposed to be the, his little second cop to keep, him and Boyd's like a police officers. I just thought it kind of ironic that this chick is, because when she went in the house, that girl died because she accidentally shot her. But she's a cop. And I said to myself, the guy lost, because when we lost that mom, man, Boyd's partners lost his mom. I didn't like that. I wanted her to live. I liked her. And she died. Well, he had a crush on this girl right here. If you look, it's called Mousetrap. He's standing there. He had a crush on that girl, but that girl has a girlfriend, which I was like, oh, really? They had to put that in there, but it is what it is. I like both their characters, though, by the way, but anyway, he had a crush on her. I know she likes him, but I said to myself, now you watch. They're going to have a little love interest because that cop, when he comes back in town, because that girl got her foot caught in a trap. So when they go back to town, Boyd and them's going to let them know what's happening. And then you're going to have Boyd, and you're going to have him, and then you're going to have that chick who's a cop that everybody's kind of mad at because, well, she didn't realize that she accidentally shot that girl. And then that woman in this picture right here, she was trying to warn that cop that it was like that. But it would be hard for people to believe something like that. But again, this show is just, I'm not kidding y'all. I don't want to end real fast, but if they're going to keep this going, they need to really keep that writing on point because they're really making everybody in this area upset. They're messing with them with the food. The food is rotten. And then they go to this one area and then they got this place where all this food is okay, but they got these little stick figures that look weird. And then that one guy seeing all these, all these visions and stuff. Man, this show is just rocking, you guys. I mean, this show is freaking rocking. But I don't know, man. I'm just, I'm like, where did this originate from? When did it start? What caused those people to be that way? Were they once people? Because you ever notice that when they kill people, they just flat out kill those people. They gut them. And then they torture people and get, like they tortured that one guy because Boyd left him. They tortured him and said, we're going to keep this one. And then they at the end of the show, he's like, they drop him off and they cut his face up real bad. So he's going to be mad at Boyd for Boyd leaving him. So it's almost like they're playing these head games, and because they got everybody pretty well shaken. This is some, y'all, this is some good acting. This is some real good I'm just jumping around here. I'm just like, they love to play. They seem like they're playing head games with everybody, and they talk and they say stuff to try to get inside your head, like when they made Boyd watch, them kill this guy right here's mom, and then they took that guy and Boyd couldn't save him, but Boyd was trying to save those people in the ambulance, and then they keep him, they torture him a little bit, then they bring him back and they didn't kill him. So again, they kill people, but then they're doing all this to it's like they're trying to cause a lot more friction. I don't know, y'all. This show is some this show is just, man. But I was like, man, I like to know where they come from. When did this start? How did this become the way it is? Why is it that no one can, figure out, because everybody gets stuck there, but nobody else seems to. Is it in Maine? Because it has to be in Maine. I don't know. Anyway, God bless. Take care. We'll catch you in the next video. I don't know, y'all. This show is just this show is awesome. It really is. Like I said, I'm like, they know what to do, man. They're real smart, and they talk a certain way, and they're just like, they got these people messed up, man. Seriously. We'll catch you next video. We'll see you.